listening to Old Man Metal's Musings, the official podcast of Old Man Metal. Old Man Metal's Musings is a proud part of the Screamin' Demon Network. And now, without further ado, hey, this is Old Man Metal. I hope everyone's doing well, and thank you for joining me today for the 4th episode of Old Man Metal's Musings, the official podcast of Old Man Metal. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I'd like to thank everyone who watched the 3rd episode. I talked about knife steel, powder metallurgy steel, M390 stainless steel in particular, and the Benchmade Nakamura 484 folding knife, which is my everyday carry knife. I really enjoyed making that episode, gotten a lot of good feedback on it, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have, again, thanks for watching it. And I want to give a shout out, as always, to AJ Nemesis for providing the theme music. That is a song called Through the Electric Mist. AJ is an amazing musician. He just dropped a solo album. It's out there on YouTube, so go look him up and check that out. I was fortunate enough to actually be there live for the world premiere of that album, which was really cool. So thanks to AJ for the theme music, and go check him out if you haven't seen him, because he's a great guitarist. And we're going to look at the show beer right now. And the show beer is a lager from Sycamore in Charlotte. It's called Sun-Grown Lager. And you're going to see that this is just the prettiest pale lager you could possibly ever want to see. That is just pale straw, clear as can be, nice and effervescent, nice head, and it's just a cool, crisp, good drinking beer. Again, that's from Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's another one of the local lagers that I really like, that I drink a lot of. I've talked about Burial Shadow Clock Pilsner. And we tried, I think last time, Old Tuffy, which is from New Belgium. And so this is another good lager that's made in North Carolina, that's not made with adjuncts and horse piss and things like that. So it's really good. So cheers to the folks at Sycamore for brewing it. Cheers to the folks at Hay Beer for bringing it into Wilmington for me to buy. And cheers to you for drinking it with me. And I hope you're drinking a good beer right now, or a beer that you enjoy. That's what I mean by good beer. And if you're not, pause the video and go get one. Come back, drink a beer with me. And that's one of the great things about doing this on YouTube, watching it. You can just pause it and come back and go away and come back. So go get a beer. And today we're going to do something a little bit different, which you've probably already figured out, because I am in this echoey-ass, horrible-sounding kitchen as opposed to being in my nice sounding closet that I normally like to podcast from. This apartment is not my apartment. If you follow me on Twitter or some of my other podcasts, you know I'm displaced because of hurricane damage from Florence to my house. It's still not repaired yet due to stuff with insurance companies and mortgage companies and dumb stuff like that. But so this apartment is not filled with a lot of furniture. It's really echoey. It's really just does not sound good. So when I do my podcasting, I've got a little room set up that I've got blankets on the walls to deaden things down and make the sound better. But so we're in the kitchen. Obviously, we're doing something different. And if you're looking at what's on the table here, it is the Paqui chip, the One Chip Challenge chip. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, this is something that comes out every year. It is a ridiculously hot chip that you can buy, and you just get one of them. And this year it was done with the Carolina Reaper. I haven't seen any specific numbers on it, but the Reaper is usually 2 million, 2.5 million Scoville. If they're using an extract from the Reaper, it could be even stronger than that. But if you look online, if you Google Paqui One Chip Challenge and go to their website, look at their website, you will see some hilarious reactions of people eating this thing. So that's what I'm going to do today. I missed it last year. I wanted to do it last year. I wasn't podcasting last year, but I wanted to do it just to find out. And I missed it because these things sell out really quick. Got lucky this year. Someone tagged me on Twitter and said, hey, these are out right now. And so I jumped on it and bought one, and was able to luckily get one. And a few days later, they were sold out. So got that in the other day. and I actually did an unboxing video when I got it in because I wanted to do a video setup here and make sure that I could work in this space. And I also wanted to test out a new piece of equipment, which is the lav mic that I'm wearing for this, which if you look, you'll see this is a little rascal right here. I really like my podcast audio to sound as good as I can make it sound. That's why I use the Blue Yeti mic. Normally, a lot of people just use camera audio. I go to the extra trouble to record good audio and overdub with it, and editing takes some extra work, but I like the podcast to sound really good, so it's worth the extra trouble. That's why I go to the trouble of podcasting in a stupid closet, cramped up, hot closet, is because I can make it sound better in there. So knowing that I was going to start doing things like this where I'm not in the closet and I'm far away enough that the Yeti mic isn't going to do a good job probably, I went ahead and invested in a lav mic. And so when I got the chips in yesterday, I went ahead and unboxed it and recorded it in here to test out the lav mic, to test working in this space, rigging up in this space. So we're going to take a look at the unboxing now, and when we come back, we will get down to it. So let's see what happened when I opened it. So, unboxing the Hell Chip from World Pantry Corporation. They've got it fairly well packaged. Got it in a much bigger box than it needs to be in, probably to give it some airspace so that it doesn't get crunched up or busted up, which is good because you spend $7 for a chip. You want it to be in one piece when you get it. At least I do. Holy shit. They sent me two. I am old, man metal. Well, World Pantry Camp Hill, folks at Paqui. I don't know if you meant to do it, but you did it, and I ain't sending it the hell back. Just have my damn name and address on it. Yeah. Y'all don't need to see that. But if that rascal will focus on that paperwork, which I bet it will because it's a hell of a camera, you're going to see that I paid for one chip. And goddamn if I didn't get two. So let's see what we've got. That one's got stuff on it. Man, I hope that's not the... Let's see. Let's find out. If I die here, we'll know. Holy shit, that's some of the stuff right there. Look at that. Got some of it on the outside. You can see them. See the little black specks in the middle there. That's the funk. They had a little packaging error there. Get a little pre-taste of it. I ain't trying to cheat. I'm just making sure what it is. So that one's kind of fucked up, but it's not ripped open. It's just contaminated, so I'm going to have to wash my hands really, really, really good. And that one feels like it's broken. This one feels like it's intact. And it doesn't have any contamination on it. So I got the 2-for-1 deal, which they probably didn't mean to give me, or maybe they did. I don't know, but one way or another, I'll take it. Shit, so that gets me down to $3.50 a chip. That's not bad. Of course, the shipping was ridiculous, but what are you going to do on that? And it comes in this little box, which you saw when I opened it. They were both already open. And so they could seal their packaging up a little bit. It opened in transit, but it comes in this little cute little coffin-shaped container. After this, hell should be easy. That's what it says. And it's the Paqui One Chip Challenge, Fear the Carolina Reaper, because that's what it's made with. And on the back, it has the nutritional statement. So I'm going to see if I can get that on there, just in case anyone's interested in the nutrition facts about this thing. And if you are, you can just freeze frame the video and read it there. And it's, well, 20 calories per serving. That's not bad. No fat, no saturated fat, no trans fat. The serving is 1 chip, which makes sense. No cholesterol, 20 milligrams of sodium, 4 grams of carbohydrates. So I guess when you're eating 1 chip, everything basically comes up to be 0. So that's the one right there. And the second one, and it's the exact same thing. Lot number, and I don't know what that other code is. Oh, so it's got a Best Buy date on it. So the Best Buy date, you look right there, you'll see it. I'm going to get on up there. The Best Buy date's right up there. And the lot code too, but that's just a lot code. It's not a manufacturer date. So it's Best Buy 4/01/2020. I wonder what kind of shelf life they put on it. So anyhow, that's the Paqui 1 chip challenge. That's what it looks like when you get it. It's just this little coffin thing. And I'm not going to mess with that one again because it's contaminated with the funk. But it just comes and it's this one little chip in this wrapper. And I'm going to leave it unwrapped until right before we do the deal. But that's what it looks like. And they sold out quick. As I said, I got lucky. I missed it last year. I wanted to do it last year. Obviously, I wasn't podcasting last year, but I wanted to do it anyhow just for the hell of it. And I missed it because these things, when they come up, they sell out fast. They don't last very long. Take that shit back off. So this year I was fortunate. I got tagged on Twitter. Someone saw it and tagged me on it, and I was able to order and get my one and got the little 2-for-1 deal that they sent me there. So that's what it looks like. That's what it is. And we're going to see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that was the unboxing. As you saw, I got the bonus plan. That was kind of nice. I actually know someone that wanted one and was maybe a little disappointed that they didn't make it in time. So I was able to help someone out and give someone else the ability to burn themselves to a crisp. So that's kind of a nice thing. So talking about the chip, talking about the challenge thing, I don't typically do a lot of challenge stuff. Every once in a while I will do something. I'm doing this mainly because it's going to be funny as hell for y'all to watch what this thing does to me. So that's why I'm really doing it. I've done 2 million Scoville before. East Coast Wings used to have a 2 million Scoville wing, and I've done that. I know what 2 million Scoville is about, and it sucks. It's miserable. It's absolutely miserable. There's nothing good to be said about it. It's not like when you do something a little bit less than that, you get a good endorphin rush, and it's like, oh yeah, it burned like hell, but it felt good afterwards. The 2 million sucks. There's nothing good to be said about it. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to try to do it in a way where I don't do anything stupid and really tear myself up. So one of the things that I found when I was doing the 2 million Scoville wing was that I got the sauce, the extract from the lip, from the wings rather, all over my lips, and it felt like my face was on fucking fire for like 15 minutes. It felt like someone was holding a blowtorch to my face. So I'm going to do this in a way that I don't have to get it on my lips. The challenge is to eat the chip and not survive it. It doesn't say anything about the fact that you have to slather it all over your face, so I'm not going to. The other thing is I'm not going to get this shit on my hands because I'm not an idiot. And if you have anything to do with peppers and you're a guy, you know what I'm talking about. Because I'm sure you've done it. You don't want stuff like this on your hands. You don't want habaneros on your hands. You don't want friggin' jalapenos on your hands. You definitely don't want this crap on your hands. And that's one thing that I did right when I did that challenge wing. The little girl brought it out in a little tray with the evil stuff slathered all over it. And I looked at her and I said, you know, you're going to go back to the kitchen and you're going to go get me a food service glove because I'm not touching this thing. There's just no way. So I'm not going to touch this thing with my bare skin. And while I was out today, I stopped by a Hardee's, local Hardee's, and the folks there were nice enough to give me a single food service glove because they're good people and they don't want me to tear myself up any more than I need to. Actually, they did it because I asked. They probably don't care about me one way or another. The other thing that I'm going to do differently from a lot of people is I'm not going to use milk. A lot of people will use milk as part of the challenge because milk, the casein in the milk binds up the capsaicin and cools it down. And I'm not saying that chemically that doesn't happen. I'm not arguing with the chemistry behind that. I'm just saying that trying to wash this away with milk is like trying to do the impossible. So, and I don't like milk anyhow. I don't like it. I don't drink it. So I'm not going to use it. I'm going to drink beer. And I know beer's not going to do any good. I know water's not going to do any good. Well, the fact of the matter is nothing's going to do any good. All this does is make you feel better about the fact that you're doing something, but nothing makes it go away but time. So I'm going to crumble it up and bang it back so I don't get it on my lips. I'm going to wear gloves when I'm handling it. I'm not going to use any milk. My plan is to eat this sliver of hell and do my best to talk coherently and unscriptedly about chili peppers. A lot of my podcasts, I have particular things that I want to say. Obviously, I just did 50 minutes talking about a damn knife, so if it takes me 50 minutes to say all the things I want to say about a knife scripted, if I was going unscripted, it would be 2 or 3 hours. So when I do podcasts, I actually do scripted podcasts a lot of the time. Hopefully it doesn't seem like I'm coming off of a script, and I don't follow it exactly all the time, but the fact of the matter is, typically I run scripted. This comments that I'm going to try to do while I'm suffering from this pepper about chili peppers are going to be completely unscripted, and the fact of the matter is, I'm probably not going to do too good a job of that. So let's talk about what I expect. I said I've done 2 million before. Based on my experience, number one, I am going to go into uncontrollable hiccups as soon as the heat hits. And there's supposed to be a fair amount of creep on the Carolina Reaper. I've never paid enough attention to what peppers are in what hot sauces to be able to say one way or another, but they have the reputation of having a good bit of creep. When it hits, I'm going to go into uncontrollable hiccups for a number of minutes. That is one of the responses of my body to extreme heat, and I've been eating stupid hot stuff for years and years and years, and I can tell you right now that's going to happen. That's going to be really funny because I'm going to try to talk while I'm hiccuping. I'm going to do my best to talk. Last time I experienced a blood pressure drop, shit got really dim, shit got really quiet. It's like your blood pressure starts dropping, your body starts focusing the blood on dealing with the torture and the torment that's going on and trying to figure out what it can do to fix it. So I expect things to get a little fuzzy, a little woozy, especially in the first few minutes. Intense pain, this shit absolutely sucks. Like I said, there's nothing fun about it. It's not like even some really hot stuff that you might eat that you're like, yeah. Like I said, sometimes really hot stuff is fun. This is not going to be fun. It's going to hurt. And I'm also going to suffer from an inability to stand still. And that's why I'm in the kitchen and not doing the podcast in the closet. If you've seen a picture of that closet, I am jammed into that thing when I'm podcasting. I have no room to move. And one thing that I know from last time I did this is about 10 minutes in or 8 minutes in when I did the wing challenge, I was up walking around the table because I could not sit still because I was in so much friggin' pain. So I know that there's no way that I can do it in there and not get up. So I said, okay, I'm going to shoot in the kitchen. The sound's not as good, but at least I'll be able to walk around and hopefully not roll around on the floor because you won't be able to see me if I do that. But anyhow, so that's what it's going to be. And we're going to do this shit. So I'm going to get me a paper plate. And I meant to have a piece of paper sitting out here to do this, but I forgot to stage that. So I'm going to fold this up and do the best I can with it. We're just going to make this into a damn devil funnel. Yeah, I can work with that. And we're going to break this thing up. And so in the unveiling, I showed what this is. It's just a cute little coffin-looking box that it comes in. Ooh, what to expect? Let's see what they say I should expect. You can freeze frame that if you want. And it says, mouth on fire. Yep, short-term loss of speech. Okay, we're going to find out. Impaired vision from tears. Okay, extreme profanity. Well, that goes without saying with me. Actually, I try not to cuss too much on the podcast. Usually with me, every other word is foul. So maybe I'll drop more F-bombs than I normally do. I sometimes drop them. I try not to, but okay. So it comes in this cute little thing. Oh, and it has this. Look at this. Okay, so free bag of Paqui chips. It's just information. Oh, well, I survived. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even look at this when I did the unpackaging. I'd like to try some of their other chips. I don't even know where to get them around here. I don't eat a whole lot of chips anyhow, so probably best that I don't know where they are. So just some neat little packaging. And the chip comes wrapped up in this one chip challenge thing. And you can see they've got it already pre-cut. They've got it notched to where you can just rip it open. And so that's what I'm going to do. This is going to suck. This is going to suck so bad. like this video. Even if you don't like any other damn video that I ever do, like this video, because I'm earning this one. I think I earn all of them, but absolutely I'm going to earn this one. And if you don't think so, try doing something like this yourself. Okay, and it's already broken up. So I'm just going to dump it out. Oh my God. That just looks, oh, that looks utterly satanic. Feel like I need a biohazard bag to throw that away in. So like I said, and actually, you know what? I was thinking that I was going to crumble this up and that was how this was going to work out. But honestly, if you look at the size of the pieces, try to do this without, show it to you without dumping it out. If you look at the size of the pieces that they gave me, the way it was broken up, really, I think I can stack them all up and stuff them in my face. I was thinking that this coating was going to be like a loose powder and it was going to be everywhere and I was going to have to bang it back like the end of a bag of a potato chips, but I think I can work with that. So that's what we're going to do. And I will put a timer once I start. I'll put a timer maybe up here where the beer cam normally is. And the timer will keep time on how long it's been since I popped this thing. And I've got about 12 and a half minutes before this video stops. So this camera, as you've probably noticed in the last few podcasts I've done, this camera stops at 28 minutes and then I have to start it again. So there is going to be a break in the video, and that's why there's a break in the video. And it's going to be in about 12 minutes now. So, what the hell? Let's go ahead and do this shit. Actually, I'm not even going to try to do this all at once because I'm going to choke myself if I do. So I'm going to do half and half. That's what I'm going to do. So, I'm not cheating. I'm just making sure I got enough spit in my mouth to wash this crap down. Now, I'm washing it all down, and it is starting to hit now. It was not hitting until I just said that, really. There is some creep to it. And it's really hitting. There's the first hiccup. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, God, yeah. Holy shit. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Oh, God. Okay. Here's starting to go a little bit. I can hear the blood beating. Oh, in my veins. Oh, God. Make sure I'm not fucking this mic up. Oh, God. You can't see it, but I'm twitching my knee. Oh, my God. Oh, this is fucking horrible. Oh, I can feel it burning down in my gut. My main concern right now is not puking. I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, I got problems. Nose is running. Heart is pounding. Hear my pulse in my ears. Definitely can't stand still. Like I said, my main concern is not puking. I don't want to puke.
Haven't puked yet.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. It's getting worse. Oh, Jesus. Still haven't puked. I'm sorry for how this sounds on this lav mic. I'm sure it sounds like horrible. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, it's hurting my stomach worse than anything. I'm gonna be honest. The burn up here is bad. It's the burn in my stomach that's got me worried. That's bad. Holy Jesus. Oh, I'm really worried about my stomach. Oh, Jesus. It's bad. The pain in my mouth, honest to God, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Not as bad as this. This is what's worrying me. Oh my fucking God, that's bad. I'll say this, it didn't taste as bad as that goddamn 2 million Scoville wing. That thing, they had just drowned it in extract. And extracts are just fucking gross, man. Extracts are fucking disgusting. That was horrible. Oh, and I'm trying not to drink any beer because I'm scared of putting too much fucking carbonation in my stomach and what it's going to do. Oh, even think about it. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this sucks. Oh, my stomach's bad. Oh, damn. Yeah, talking coherently about chili peppers. Whew. Oh, God. Whew. Oh, that stomach is so bad. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Drenched in sweat. And you know what I just realized? I haven't even been running my fucking lights this whole time. I forgot to turn them on. So that's my bad. Okay, and this camera is about to shut off. No, 23 minutes, I'm sorry. I'm still worried about my stomach. That feels really bad down there. That's what I'm worried about. Honest to God, this shit up here is easing off. I'm worried about this. I don't want to puke. God, I don't want to puke from this. Because coming back up, that's when it would really be bad. And I don't want to fuck up my laugh mic either, because I paid some money for it. God damn, this is bad, y'all. Just in the stomach. Honestly, up here. Oh, God, the stomach is just horrible. Oh, it feels bad. My hands are starting to tingle and get a little numb. It's like it's shutting down my circulation to my extremities. Like I told you, it'll do that. God, I feel like I'm gonna fucking puke though. Oh God, I don't want to do that. Oh man. Putting the beer on top of it just makes it feel worse almost. Not burn more, but just worse, like I'm gonna puke more. Shit, at this point I might puke if it'd make this fucking feeling go away, but I know it wouldn't. Besides which, puking is losing the challenge, isn't it? They don't say. They just say you gotta survive. Fuck, you're gonna survive anyhow. Unless you die. Right? Oh, God. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, it's rumbling. Okay. I'm not sure if this is a puke or a belch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could be both. Thank God that's good. They say never trust a fart. I don't feel like I can trust a belch right now. Oh God, that's horrible. So, if I don't puke, I'm happy. My main discomfort's in my stomach, and it feels really bad down there. The shit in my mouth is easing off. I mean, it burns. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's easing off. And that's not what's killing me. It's my fucking stomach. And I sort of did this on an empty stomach. Maybe I shouldn't ought to have done that. Maybe I should have put some food down there first to help fucking there be something down there other than this. I don't know. I definitely can't stand still, that's a fact. So I'm sweating like there's no tomorrow. My ears are ringing a little bit. I never really felt the serious blood pressure drop that I did from the 2 million Scoville wing challenge. I'm sweating. I mean, if you look, that shit's just glistening. I'm pouring fucking sweat here. My stomach feels really, really bad. My stomach, like I keep saying, that's what concerns me. My mouth is burning, but that's not too terrible. I can deal with that. I'm a little shaky. My hands are tingling a little bit. It's like I said, it's like my fucking circulation is being focused here, and I expected that. God, that stomach is horrible. And I haven't done very good about talking about peppers off the cuff. So I'm so focused on what my body's going through. God, that stomach is bad. The stomach just feels like it's... And I heard it cut out, so I just walked right around, turned it back on, so you didn't miss anything. A lot of times I don't hear the camera cut out, so I miss it. I was saying my stomach is getting worse. I think everything else I'm cool with. Can't stand still. close. Yeah, and that sucks because it's coming back up and I can taste it more. And if I puke, I'll cut out the audio from the lav mic so you don't have to listen to like that up close. And we'll just go with the camera audio for that segment.
Still not a puke.
Oh God. Oh, still haven't puked, but I think I'm gonna. I don't think there's any way around it. Oh. Oh God, Jesus. At this point I would puke to make it stop. Oh God. Oh, this is bad. It's all here. This ain't shit no more. Okay. Still don't want to puke. Still trying not to puke. God, it feels like I need to though. It feels like I'm gonna. Honestly, it feels like I'm gonna, and I don't think I can do anything about it. Well, that's the worst of it, except for this, except for the stomach. I'm going to be burning up a while longer on my face and all that shit, but not too bad. I'm over the worst of that, but I'm worried about my stomach. I really am. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I can do about that except puke. I don't want to put y'all through that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill the lav mic audio. So that's dead. I'll take that off. I'm going to cut the video, and I'm going to go do my best to get this shit out of my system. I'm not going to put y'all through it, watching it. I think it's fair to say I survived it, but you guys don't need to see what's next. And I don't know what's next, but you guys don't need to see it. So, I'm going to close out. That's the chip. It sucks, as you can see. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it more than I did. I'm gonna laugh my ass off watching this and editing, I'm sure. Once again, thank you for joining me on Old Man Metal's Musings. This is Old Man Metal. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends. If your friends don't like it, get new fucking friends. Until next time, keep those horns up high. So it's about 10 minutes after I cut. I did not puke. I tried, couldn't do it. Never been good at making myself puke. Like I said, I don't drink milk. Didn't have any milk in the house. So I did a couple of little shots about that tall. Can't see that. Little shots about that tall of coffee creamer, because I do have that. And right after the first one, it helped my stomach a lot. I think what was going on is it was all in one place, up against a certain part of my stomach, and it was really, really feeling bad. And just as soon as I shot this, I felt better. I'm not saying it feels good, because it doesn't. It still hurts. Still doesn't feel good, and I did another one since then. So that spread the stuff in my stomach out a little bit. I still doesn't feel good, but I still don't feel like I need to, or I don't still feel like I need to puke. I pulled my hair up, got it under a ball cap because I didn't want to puke in my hair. Because I was planning on puking just to get this done with and get it over with. But I tried, I couldn't. And like I said, I decided, well shit, I got coffee creamer, I'll see if that, I just wanted to move it around a little bit to spread it out and get it off this one place in my stomach. So I'll go ahead and give some thoughts now. I'm still really jacked from the heat and from the endorphins. I got a pretty good endorphin buzz, but I don't feel like I'm going to puke anymore. So that's what was really, really ganking me out, is I didn't want to puke that stuff back up. So honestly, in terms of the pain intensity in my face and my mouth, it was not nearly as bad as the time that I did the 2 million Scoville wing. I'm not saying it wasn't hot. It was really hot, absolutely, but this down here was just so much worse. Didn't have the massive blood pressure drop that I had when I did the Scoville wing challenge. I did have some blood pressure drop, but when I did that, like shit, we just got numb and all that. When I did that 2 million Scoville wing, I ate about half a dozen wings before I did that challenge wing, so I had food in my stomach. And I think if I was going to do something like this again, I would make sure that I had food on my stomach. I think that's what the discomfort was, is I did it on an empty stomach, and you've got this big ball of fucking capsaicin that's lodged in one part of your damn stomach. If it hadn't been for that, the whole thing wouldn't have been nearly as bad. So, hot as hell. Y'all heard I retched a bunch, and it definitely did not want to stay, but I didn't puke. I did my damnedest to puke. I knelt down in front of that goddamn porcelain god, and if you haven't ever done that, then you haven't lived. But it didn't work. But the coffee creamer made a big difference in terms of my stomach. So my recommendation for anyone who's going to do something like this, make sure that you've got some food in your stomach. And I just wasn't thinking. I actually probably knew that, but I just wasn't thinking. And but once I got to where I could talk halfway coherently, I said, well, I'm going to roll camera and come back and just make a couple of more comments about it. So I did it. I survived it. It was not fun, but things like this never are. If you didn't get yours this year, they're all sold out unless you're in Canada. I think I looked last night. Their Canadian site still had some for sale in Canada. So if you're Canadian, you might still can get one. Otherwise, you've missed it for the year. But if you want to do the challenge next year, my recommendation is just make sure that you've got food on your stomach. And other than that, the 2 million wing, other than the stomach thing, the 2 million Scoville wing hurt worse, and it lasted longer. But I'm not knocking this damn death chip. It's the real deal. It's nothing to play with. So I managed to actually close out the episode somehow or other before, and I'll probably just leave that closeout in because I'm sure it's funny listening to me try to do my normal closing while I'm dying. So I'll probably just tack this on at the end and as sort of a last little thing. And I didn't bother putting my lav mic back on. I'm just running camera audio on this. So if you're wondering, you know, I say the camera audio is not that good. Well, that's what you're listening to right now is the camera audio. So that's the deal. The Paqui Chip Challenge, Old Man Metal's Musings, episode 4. I do appreciate you joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was fun to watch. I'm sorry for all the retching that you had to listen to. I'm sure that wasn't a lot of fun. But I'll go back and duck the lav mic audio or make sure it's, you know, not too terribly loud or, you know, anyhow. But I know I did a lot of hacking and spitting and yakking and all that. But anyhow, it is what it is. It goes with the territory. And like I said, I ended up being able to not puke, so that was cool, even though I fucking wanted to. But anyhow, sometimes your stomach just says, I'm going to hold on to it and torture you with it later. And the other thing I'm going to tell y'all, this is what I found with the 2 million Scoville wing, and I'm sure it's what I will find with this, and I'm sure if I do, I will put some smart-ass little text on the screen right about now. What happens when it goes down is usually not as bad as what happens 12 hours later. So about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm expecting for my life to be really, really fucking miserable. So if you haven't liked this video, like this video, because I earned it. And if I haven't earned it up until now, in your opinion, then trust me, 3 o'clock in the morning, about 12 hours from now, I will be earning it. Like, subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps with the algorithm, helps with everything there. And follow me on Twitter, at OldManMetalOG. Twitter is where I mainly am. That's the only social media that I do. So if you see someone calling themselves Old Man Metal doing social media somewhere else, it's not me. It's an imposter. So like, follow me on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and take care. And we'll see you next time. I'm not going to do the video closing because I've already done it. So I'm just going to say thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a good laugh. I'm sure I will while I'm editing it. And you guys take care. We'll see you next time. Listening to Old Man Metal's musings. All material depicted is the intellectual property of the copyright holders. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead is a goddamn shame. Thank you for joining us.